Greetings, mortals, and welcome back. The beard, it's coming in. It's coming in. Oh no, there's no escaping the beard. Yeah, the other side of the beard is growing in. I've been hacking it down periodically with my electric razor, but I can't cut it down all the way because the electric razor doesn't cut, deep enough. Technically, it's a trimmer. It's not a electric razor, but electric razors do not work for me. I don't understand how people use them. They seem like they're meant to be very easy, and all they do is pull my hair out. They do not cut the hair at all. They just pull it, and it hurts. Anyway, I don't have hot water. So, since I don't have hot water, I can't shave this very effectively. By which I mean I am too much of a coward. I'm too much of a coward to cut it without hot water. Now, what I should do, let's be clear, I have a kettle. So what I should do is I should just boil a bunch of water in 30 seconds, and then I should put that in the basin, and then put the razor in it, and then use it. That's what I should be doing. It won't change the fact that my face itself isn't softened up. It doesn't matter. Hey, how's it going? We're gonna be killing some serpents or something. We're doing something. We have checked. There is no update today. So, swap to live scene before we even load up the game. Don't even have to tab out. How cool is that? Okay. So we're loading up dungeon. And when last we left off, yes, today on How to Shave, with a person who does not use shaving cream and only shaves half their face. Though, to be honest, half of my face is probably more hair than most people. Well, okay, most people is unfair because it includes a bunch of people that don't have facial hair. Most people with beards have to deal with on their whole face. But that's beside the point. So anyway, it looks like we've picked up 3 levels already, which is actually surprising. It seems like Alamos is actually good for EXP. But yeah, the one thing that I think was a mistake in this run is that I did not optimize for punching up the levels as high as possible, which means that if I was going to do something like this again, I don't think I would ever do a thing where I'm sticking to the same continent and doing each game linearly ever again. Not unless I change the way the bolster works. I would definitely swap between continents if I was going to do this more, which makes sense. That seems like a probably more intended way to actually play the merge mod. That is a problem. Never mind, it's not a problem because they are getting they really get trapped on every little corner. I was not expecting they'd get stuck on this corner. Yeah, it's not an accident that I ended up settling on a beard style that halves the amount of shaving that I have to do, and that I still don't shave every day. Oh shit. Oh, why would I do that? Is the answer possibly that I'm sloppy and also dumb? No, I don't buy that for a second. It couldn't be something like that. I think I'm gonna die here. Okay. Well, mistakes were made. Whoops, we're not saving. God, can you imagine if I'd saved that? Oof. We get a second save file. We only have one save file in this dungeon. Okay. So, in here, do both sides connect together? I think I've been in this room, right? Yes. This room doesn't connect. I'm going to take out the wizards over here because there's chests in this room. So let's clear out the wizards. Do they have the ability to get to me from here? Yes. At least some of them do. How long on preservation? Oh, it's time to start stream. 1 hour? Holy shit. Oh, wait, there's Magyar in this room? Oh my god. They were up there. I was like, oh, I'll just jump up because I'm getting hit by the enemies down here. No, they were upstairs. Mistakes were made. Oh no. Alright, let's keep going. Mistakes might have been made. But no. There were no mistakes made. Everything I did was perfect. Including the part where I let preservation almost wear off. And then didn't remember to recast it and save. So we still haven't fixed our preservation problem. Alright. So, the Magyar, I believe, are above us with all the ones that are up there, all the magicians up there. So, my goal right now is to clear these out. We'll then walk forward. Where's Magyar around here? And we'll just pull this room slowly and not go crazy. But yeah, I'd actually completely forgotten that there were any Magyar in this room. Are they hitting me from above? Okay, there we go. Some of them are coming down. Where'd that warlock go? There it is. Where'd it go? What's happened? Oh shit, I don't have Numlock off. Okay, Magyar's toast. How many are up there? Not that many. Okay, let's get upstairs. That's not the right spell. Okay, we're just gonna go upstairs. From here. Alright, it looks like we pulled some from the hallway there. That's a boss? We're dropping down. Okay. Okay, we need to clear... Oh, nice! Let's say, so we aggroed some enemies there that will come to us. We'll just wait for them here. I'm just gonna burn through this one. Okay. They're behaving very strangely here. There was a Magyar in that pack that... Where the hell did the... Where'd you go? This is a different... No, this is a different warlock. That's one of the warlocks that was the other warlock just disappeared. What is happening? Okay, 21 hours on haste, so we should be fine. We already recast preservation. Right, the boss is above us. Okay, we took out the matron. Maybe there wasn't a swapper in this pack. I don't think. Wait, was there? Is there two bosses here? No. I can actually get upstairs, at which point the one down there can't hurt me. It can't get up here, so... Okay, so we can burn through this one without worrying about it too much. Easy. Pour myself another drink. Yeah, I don't think this thing can hurt me at all. Classic cheese. That's so true. So true. Yeah, we're much better able to handle the adamantites now. The damage... Oh! Interesting. We have cleared more of this dungeon than I honestly realized. Our shield. No. And jump up here. I am in the green in this little corner here. How about that? So we have that person there. We'll probably just clear this room here for now. There's elementals in this room. Doesn't look like it. I might have already taken them out. Let's go over here. This door is locked. Okay, take out the twister. Everybody do the twist. Now. Let's save the game. We'll finish clearing all of this place. I think there's quite a few chests in this section of the dungeon, so I'm quite happy to pop over here. Indeed, everyone stay very hydrated. Hydration is important. You know, just a little bit. Alright. So, luckily, the enemies are willing to just come straight to me and make my life easier. Oh, we got a trident. Not an important one. Can pop down here. There are enemies in this room. Have we seen a boss warlock? I don't think we have, no. I'm a lot more concerned about the boss Magyar than the boss warlocks, to be honest. The boss warlocks don't have a melee attack, so they're very, very susceptible to corners. Okay, there's a teleporter key here.
This is good.
Body and mind and earth resistance.
No room. No room.
No space. My pack's full.
Okay. Moving along. So we can aggro more of the enemies in this room, and we actually aggroed way more than we should have. If things get too out of hand, I am going to try to run left. Because I can play with the elevation differences there to good effect. We know that there's a lot of Magyar bosses in here. I've seen at least 3 of them. There's 2 of them in a room that I haven't cleared yet. And we just took one out, and I think we've killed more of them as well. So we've had like a lot of Magyar bosses. We might have also had a warlock that I just didn't like remember, because like, you know, it's been 24 hours. Okay. Yeah, we were making substantial progress in the sort of like general power level of our team now. Like, we are massively progressing. This party is a lot stronger than it used to be. The couple legendaries that we found have been very, like, clutch. But it's not even just that, it's also the utilization of stuff that I already had better. I upgraded a bunch of the legendaries that I already had, and like, we're clearly looking at a very different ball game in terms of like our general stat preparedness for higher tier stuff. Severia is not going down nearly as much, which means that we're continuing to have Severia's DPS for much longer periods. Don't have the key to this door. I don't remember where the key to that door is. Is that this?
Let's leave it behind.
I have too much. Won't fit. It won't never have too much.
Okay. Can I jump back up there? Let's find out. Yep. Okay. So we can just jump right back up. We can pick up whatever's in here. We have an empty treasure room. Okay, a bunch of gemstones that I don't really want to pick up right now. Pain reflection. Don't think anybody has dark, right?
Jump.
Did you say jump or junk? I do remember this room in Ma, yeah. That was intense.
Jump. Ah, you jump. Jump.
Okay, we have an ancient phantom cloak of shielding. bunch of air resistance. It's not interesting enough to justify investing heavily into. Shield. That's a no. That's a lot of stats, actually.
So it won't fit.
What do your gauntlets look like, my friend? I am happy to do that for right now.
That's no good.
Okay, so are we going to Ruler's Ring of Mind Magic and Dark Magic, the two most important magic types for my generalized playthrough. So these are really good. Actually, these are really, really good.
I'm not sure what it is.
Now this
That's
will do.
interesting that plate armor can't be identified. So we got the Ruler's Ring.
Now this will do.
We've got this, which I don't need to worry about. Let's equip our bow.
It's worth
I like the Identify bow, just conceptually. I think that it's kind of funny. Alright,
No
I
space.
think I'm going to give this to Sylria. What do your gauntlets do? They're basically similar. And personality is the thing I'm stacking, right? I'm stacking personality. So this has plus 92 personality. Actually, it has plus 108 personality. This is going to be pretty solid. It's a tiny drop in our other stuff, but I think overall that's going to be very worth it. Unfortunately, no legendaries. No legendaries today. You know, it's just been so long since we got legendaries. We're getting such bad luck. We got so many legendaries yesterday. Oh, and good ones too. Ooh, man. We got some good legendaries yesterday. We got another status immunity weapon, which is great. And we got a belt of the elemental resist shit. So, do I have the key? Use somewhere. I don't remember whose inventory it was in, and I've been meandering through them. It's a storage key. Where are you? Because I picked up the teleporter key a while ago. Oh, shit. No, I don't know where it is. Where is the key? This is a very cool cloak. It drops all resists, which is obviously suboptimal, but I'm looking for the key to the teleporter room, which I think is this one. I picked up a teleporter key, and I assume that's this key. Because I think this leads to the teleporter room, right? I didn't hallucinate picking up a teleporter key, did I? Which mind magic do I need? Let's see. Nailed it. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and cast a quick protection for magic. No particular reason. No particular reason.
It might be useful.
Ancient Amulet, Unenchanted, Conan. Oh, 392 accuracy.
It might be useful.
And Artemis. Oh, I didn't turn on the thing. I should change that. Let's see. I didn't turn the chest fix on. That was the maintenance that I was supposed to do between streams that I forgot to do.
I have too much.
I have too much.
No space.
No room.
I don't know if you all can hear that, but there's this very ominous heartbeat sound outside my window. It's fine. I'm sure that doesn't sound like a problem at all. Oh boy. Okay. It's gone. No telltale heart here. Oh Jesus. Oh, we're fine. Shit. What the hell was that? It must have been somebody's music. Like maybe that was someone's subwoofer in their car or something. Like, and they had opened their car door. Which is not a thing that I would typically expect to happen here. It's really more of a Florida thing, but you know. Alright, we are going to go save. And I'm actually going to exit the game and change the ini file because otherwise I'm going to completely forget it. So let's go change the ini. So saving under dungeon, we're exiting out, and then we're going to the MMA ini to fix obelisks is set to 1. And fix, I guess I could control F for fix. I don't see anything about fixed chests. Chests. I don't see anything about chests. In MMA, in the MMA did any? Oh, am I supposed to add it? Oh. So where am I supposed to add it? Just anywhere? Can I just type it at the bottom? Okay. Okie dokie. That is very strange. Look, I'm not gonna lie. If your mod doesn't play nice with Greyface, change the mod. It might need to be about 50%. Okay. We won't know if it doesn't work, so I'll just move it since it's at the bottom. Because if it needs to be, if they need to be fit, but it shouldn't matter. I wouldn't think, because it's not being read later; it's only being added. It's only being read at the startup, so it shouldn't matter because it's not loading up anything. But it's fine, unless map space is really important. Oh, okay. I thought it was a compatibility issue or something. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I understand now. Alright, we're going to clear out some of these. I don't think we're going to clear all of them here, because I don't think we're going to get access to all of them here. Who's there? Oh, hello. Let's see. God, I love this music. So many bangers. There's really so much good, like, video game music. Like, I think, you know what I think it is? You know why I think there's so much good video game music? This is my theory, okay? The only new music being made is pop music. Now, when I say pop music, I'm not talking about, like, specifically the genre. I mean, the things that you play, like, either on the radio or whatever, right? Like, for the most part, if you're listening to music, it's either in a piece of media or it is, or it's being made to just be listened to on its own. The atmospheric music all already exists, right? Like, if you're going into a cathedral, the music that you're listening to was written 1,000 years ago. They aren't making new cathedral music. This is new cathedral music. That's what this is. This is my theory. So the reason that it's all such bangers is because there's not a lot of new competition, and you're making all this cool music in genres that are very atmospheric and cool, and you don't have to deal with all of the problems that a movie has to deal with. Because a movie has to deal with the fact that you have to be able to listen to people's dialogue. Like, you can't have, like, overpowering atmospheric music, because movies ain't silent anymore, right? Adding dialogue to movies was the worst mistake they ever did, you know? I don't actually believe that. That's fully a joke. But, I don't know, I think that might be part of why it is that there's so much really amazing music that's written specifically for, like, media, is that it is meant to pull you into a location, and most location style music just isn't really being written anymore outside of, like, for media, because again, most of those locations already have all their music written. They're using the same stuff that has been used for a billion years, and I could be wrong on that point as well. Look, I don't know shit. I don't spend a lot of time in cathedrals. I certainly don't spend a lot of time talking to the, you know, what is an organ player called? Organist? I don't spend a lot of time talking to organists about their profession. Okay. Their craft, yes. Their craft, that too. Though I am actually more talking about the profession generally rather than their actual craft at this point. Because I am talking about, like, songwriting isn't necessarily a component of the craft of playing the organ. That's technically a different craft. Though there's going to be overlap in terms of people. Oh, okay.
It might
So
be
it was the
useful.
gray face inside us who broke it all along. The true villain was the gray faces we made along the way.
No room.
Okay. Everything about this is fine. Special wrap. Okay. Okay. Let's use this corner. I don't know how many, if any, bosses there are in this room.
Can someone heal me?
Victory is ours.
Greyface is a legendary elemental figure that works from the shadows to make the might and magic world a better place every day.
Come on, again.
I was legitimately shocked when I found out that they were still making patches, that they were still improving things. I think they also have a YouTube channel. A few months. Yeah, really really slacking. Not updating this, incredibly, what's the word? God, there's a word for it. I'm trying to remember
It
what
might
it
be
is.
useful.
I'm not remembering it. Established isn't quite it, but it's similar to established. This incredibly established piece of software hasn't been updated in a few months. Clearly, they're slowing down. It actually reminds me of an author that I follow. Actually, it's the same author that I linked in the in my Discord. They're doing like a free promotion right now for one of their series, where basically they're just giving away every book in the series except the most recent one that they just released, which is quite generous. There's 7 other books in the series. So, anyway, really cool. If you're interested in reading a book a book series that I'm interested in, I linked it in my Discord. But at any rate, yeah, just some people are just so productive. They're just so productive. It's truly disgusting. Oh shit. Well, I just made life a little bit more complicated for myself, didn't I? We ain't slow pulling that pack. It's fine. The corners in this place are amazing, so it's all good. Are you gonna figure out the staircases for me so I don't have to? Ooh, okay. Okay. I managed to get one level down. This leads into this room here, which has a Reflecting Matron. Alright, we're gonna back off because we're gonna end up with the entire pack here if we stay. I'm gonna stay right here for a second. I don't see a lot of movement.
Yet.
I'm gonna go to this corner for a bit. I'd like to do a more standard kite for this if I can. Unfortunately, it's probably gonna cost me because this is a very difficult enemy. But we have yet another Magyar boss. Let's burn down the soldier. Oh! Is this a stun or a para? Okay, it's just a stun. That's good. We don't want a para. We want to beat this legit. And there we go. We got the kill. We got the kill. How about that? Let's go save. I'm pretty happy with that. That was a fun fun way to fight that pack. Yeah, like Greyface has been basically putting out patches for Might and Magic 6 since the internet was created. As far as I'm concerned, like Greyface is like a legendary figure from my childhood. Is that hyperbole? Slightly. It is slight hyperbole. However, only slight hyperbole. I don't usually get like celebrity stuff to too strong a degree. In the sense of like, you know, celebrities are just people or whatever, right? The idea of like Greyface being a real person who actually exists and you could hold a conversation with is alien to me because they are this mythical figure. Let's see. Yeah, I think Mock made a thing. Like, I don't know all of the details of the way that it was worked in the very beginning, so I couldn't tell you all the stuff. But there's this age-old thing that happens with a lot of older games, where someone makes a lot of really good stuff. Like they make some really good patches. They do a really great job. And then they're done, right? They're just done. They're like, okay, I have done some good work. I'm happy with the work that I have done. And I am going to stop doing the work that I'm doing. And then once they do that, there's two things that can happen. And there's only two things. Either a bunch of lunatics take up their mantle and start making patches that are kind of incoherent and insane and don't really make a lot of sense and are questionable. And they start out by making the parts that are, you know, like the more questionable, you know, artistic design elements as opposed to fixes, like optional secondary portions of the patch, until they eventually decide, no, my creative vision is best. And then they, you know, start retroactively making all of their patches behave like that. Right? So that's the one side, is that particular group of maniacs. The other option is that you have a different style of maniac who comes in and says, oh, this was a great idea. This person who did this over the course of a couple of years had great ideas, and they improved this a lot. What if I just kept improving things for the next 15 years of my life and continuously improving this thing in ways that are, you know, unambiguous and just cool and like, anyway, very fun. So that's basically, as far as I can tell, what happened with Greyface. Because Greyface just decided, hey, what if I just became the coolest human being on the internet by continuing the work of people who did a bunch of good work. I don't remember the mock patch that much, but I think it fixed a bunch of really important stuff that needed to be fixed, and was very useful. The other thing is that this is an important thing about that I really enjoy about Greyface is that Greyface's website is an amazing tool for understanding the fundamental mechanics of Might and Magic. It clearly spells out how all of the mechanics work, how the attack system works, how certain things work. The one thing that it doesn't explain that well, from my perspective, is actually status effects. Because as far as I can tell, I don't think that status effects are attempted to be applied on every attack. And I have never figured out how to tell, what is the probability that an enemy attempts to do it. Because I feel like if you have low enough stats at the beginning of the game, every single hit should just cause a status effect based on the calculations they have there. And that doesn't seem to be the case. But at any rate, basic gist is that there's a huge amount of incredibly excellent information, and in addition to writing so much code to make so many improvements, I don't use the mouse look stuff. The mouse look stuff I don't use. I would say that the mouse look stuff has dramatically improved the longevity of the game and breathed new life into it, because you don't have to learn how to play Might and Magic 6 using these ancient control schemes that I'm very proficient with, but which are objectively insane ways to control a first person video game, or in fact any video game. Anyway, I'm just gushing over how cool Greyface is, and know absolutely nothing about them. They could be a terrible person, but I don't think so, because they have done so much objective good for the world that they have to be a wonderful human being. No one could write such beautiful code for Might and Magic 6 if they weren't also a kind and generous individual who agreed with all of my political stances. Anyway, yeah. We cleared this room. We need to toss this somewhere else so that we can speed this up, and then we immediately pick up another item that slows us down again. Life is good. Okay. I do still need to figure out that thing that lets me do the key thing, which is probably going to be something that happens after June holidays. Hey, Scatler. You come in right as we're just, gushing over Greyface. Okay. So, I think we've cleared most of this area. I think the way that we get to that the thing that's here is, I think that there's a teleporter that we need to use over where the other teleporters were. That's my assumption. Wait, no, that's going over the pit from before, so that wouldn't be it. Is this door open now? I don't think this door is open. I did not hit a thing that would open this door. Interesting. Does this door even open? Alright, so let's jump through this window to get to the teleporter. And this is specifically the merge version of Maw. So we are basically we're in the Might Magic 8 thing. We're doing Might Magic 6's world, which is why I have the category set to Might Magic 6 right now. But it's the Might Magic 8 version of Maw. So some of the bosses that are in the Might Magic 6 version are not in, but there are other mechanics that are in that weren't in. So like there's randomly generated things. It's also on Doom mode, which is a higher difficulty than Nightmare. That more closely emulates like a almost like a Diablo style, like in like Hell mode or Nightmare mode, where like you get better loot, but also like everything is substantially harder. There's also Bolster, which is a fundamental mechanic of Merge. So everything here is extremely high level. Like we have level 177s here. They aren't quite as high level as I'd like them to be, because I'm doing the worlds one at a time. I'm accumulating a lot of bolster levels here in Might and Magic 6 that don't apply to Might and Magic 6. They only apply once I leave to go to a new area. There are multiple versions of Maw. So basically, Maw has a Might and Magic 6 version, which is specific to Might and Magic 6. And while I was playing through that the last time, they were in heavy development of the Merge version, which is for the Merge mod for Might and Magic 8. And that's this version, which is very cool and very solid. There should be two on the GitHub, or are the GitHubs separated? If you're on the Discord, you can see the two different links there. So, but yeah, there should be two different projects, but I don't know how they're arranged on the GitHub. Yeah, Malekith and I'm bad with names. Exec or Exec? I don't. And that person, and I think there's like one or two other people whose names I unfortunately do not know offhand, developed all of them. They're all from the same team. And this is the one that currently is under the most active development. And the Might Magic 6 one, I think, is mostly on hold for right now. And the Might Magic 6 one, honestly, I don't know. That might have been mostly practice for making this one. I don't know anything about their internal decision making with regards to what kinds of which projects they're going to be working on and why. All right, so you're playing the same one that I am.
Let's leave it behind.
Conqueror's Sword. Yeah, the Might Magic 6 one has some mechanics that I'm hopeful they'll eventually release into the Merge one, because they were very cool. In the Might Magic 6 version, there's the treasure room in this dungeon is not just like an empty room with treasure in it. It actually contains a boss fight with like a set of specific enemies that are basically uniquely designed for that encounter. And it's a very cool encounter, and they have those in quite a few dungeons, and they haven't moved those over to the Merge. And it's my hope that eventually they will, because I think they're very cool, and I'd love to have those on Merge. It'd be also interesting to see like how those fights scale up. But the merge also has a bunch of stuff that the Might and Magic 6 one didn't have. Anyway, I've been really enjoying this. I've been very impressed with the modding community. I think you can determine the GUI yourself in settings. I think that's a yeah, this is the interface is based off of which one you choose. So you can basically choose which continent's user interface you want to use. So that I think is a merge mod thing. Let's see. Do I have a widescreen mod or something like that that I installed? I wish I could tell you what that's from. That might also be one of the settings that I was just looking at somewhere, or it might be something in the INI or something that needs to be changed, or it could have been that I installed a separate widescreen mod. I don't know. Ooh, we have a boss. This is a reflecting matron. So we've already fought one of these and established that they are very strong and that we don't want to fight them with a bunch of other enemies involved. So let's see. Ah, yes, the little box thing. Let's see, free limit. Yeah, I don't see it in here. Yeah, I've played it that way before, and I wish I could tell you what I had done differently this time, in terms of like how like my mods are set up. But I actually just legitimately don't know how my mods are set up because it's been like a while. Is it just in the INI? Oh shit. Oh shit, is the boss? How'd the boss get over here? How'd you get here? What's happening? Okay, that's concerning. What the fuck just happened? Ooh, this is actually way further away than I thought it was. Preservation. Let's take a look. How long do we have? 2 hours? Good call. Very, very good call. Okay. How am I going? I'm pretty sure that I tagged this. Did I not? Oh, did I not hit the switch? Ooh. That probably opens that door from before. Oh! Oh, dungeon completed. Okay, so... You know... I am definitely in agreement. You know, Malekith said, you know, I think that I need to just... Now that I've fixed things so that all the monsters are in thing... I need to change it so that you have to kill every monster. And for a big dungeon like this, I agree, there's actually way too many there's still way too many monsters left alive, and it makes sense to just make the change. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind being wrong. But yeah, thanks for explaining that, Asher Kitty. I am not good at remembering how things work. I'm very good at pretending that I remember how things work and giving people bad advice, but Those are very similar things, right?
Easy prey.
Pretending to know what you're doing and knowing what you're doing. They're related phenomena. Alright, so I think this is stunned. And it should be toast. There we go.
No, won't fit.
Won't fit. Ooh, that's a hefty reagent. Okay, there's so much random bullshit on the ground here. We hadn't even identified those. Okay. So we're gonna go save. We can do that down here. We don't even have to go very far. As I'm going to save, the message comes in. But you don't think I should just dive the rest of these enemies over here? It's not like we have, like... Ooh, it reduces your field of view? Interesting. Well, you know... That's fine. It's who needs to see where you're going?
It's worthless.
Who needs to see? Oh, is that why sometimes I can hit enemies that I can't see at the very edges? Because I didn't think that I used to be able to do that. Interesting. That's probably it. Is that they're still on screen as far as the game is concerned, but they're no longer on screen for me.
Someone heal me.
You know, I wish that I was better at remembering the shit that I did. Because when I have problems, I will either fully ignore them and just keep living with the problem for a billion years, and then eventually someone says, "Why haven't you done the very simple fix to make this work properly?" And I'll go, "Oh, I don't know, because it was inconvenient to me," which meant that I didn't have an interest in fixing it, because I don't fix things that are inconvenient to me. And people look at me like I'm mad. But then other times, I'll do the fairly sophisticated technical work to fix a problem that I have that would be very useful to other people if I also had the ability to communicate to them what I did. And then I don't take any notes and immediately forget what I did within 24 hours. This is not one of those cases. I don't think that I did anything technical with the widescreen mod. It's just emblematic of the general behavior.
It won't fit.
It won't fit.
We could sell it.
We could sell it. So we've cleared the dungeon on paper. We have at least one room left, but I think we might have more than just the one room. Let's see.
We could sell it.
We know that one of these doors is going to lead to at least 2 bosses. One of which I think is Thorns.
Can someone
So we're about to be in difficult position. I think it's the one that's across from me right now. I think that's the door that has the 2 bosses. And I don't just think that because I opened this door and it wasn't this door that immediately led me to have 2 bosses. And the other door is the only one left. I thought that before I opened this door, and that's why I opened this door first. Okay. So we're going to run over here. We're going to save the game again. We're going to see how far we have to go to save. to go quite a bit. I'm worried that there's some elementals in one of these rooms that I'm not aware of. Oof. There's pulled this entire pack. And very badly for me. I don't want to immediately retreat because I'm not fighting any of the bosses right now, and I'm clearing some of the soldiers out without dealing with incoming damage from the bosses. And I'd like to maintain that for as long as possible before I have to disengage completely. I am going to have to disengage completely at a certain point. Because unless I'm mistaken, and there was only the one boss in that one room, and that was the room that I was thinking of. That is concerning. There's a lot of damage coming in. Nice. Oh shit, did my haste wear off? Whoops. Alright, let's fix this. Fix this. Fix this. Alright, we need to recast haste. Did I get confused? Or are they just both on the left side of this? Because I think I opened it from the other direction. I feel like I should probably go save.
Who's next?
Man, look how many of them there still are. Like, this is kind of wild. How many enemies there are still left in this dungeon. I feel like... Nope, there's the thorns! Okay, there are two bosses, and I just pulled both of them probably. And I haven't saved. Okay. We might be able to get it to the green. Yes. Nope. Oh. Okay, we're in the green. Saving the game. Let's go. Whew. Are you talking about the bosses? No, I ran up north and started clearing the rooms up north and ran into these bosses. So the venomous is here and there's the thorns. So there was also a previous entry where we had multiple bosses in these rooms, but this is the entry that I had this one. I think we're pretty much set with this. This is not going to cause too many problems. So yeah, we've had at least 6 Magyar bosses, not a single Warlock, I don't think. I don't think we've had a single Warlock boss in here.
It won't fit.
Ooh, a hat.
Now here's something.
It's an ancient... Wow, that's 3 completely different resistances. I'm actually going to hold on to this. I don't like the fact that it's a hat, though. I don't like hats. They're not helmets. Not having the AC for the hat is something I'm not super happy about. Wait, why am I taking so little damage now? Oh, right, I massively increased my overall durability, didn't I? Okay, so...
Take it.
The massive increases. That is true. The only good hat. And it's only kind of a hat, right? Because it is a cap, but also it's an artifact. So no, it's not. It's a relic, isn't it? But either way, it's kind of a hat. It is kind of funny to think, like, look, half of my face is supposed to be shaved. It hasn't been shaved in like a few days. Okay, I'm grizzled and having problems because I don't have any hot water, so I can't properly shave the part of my face that I'm supposed to shave. But yes, the left side of my face is supposed to be clean shaven, and the right side of my face is supposed to have a fairly manicured beard, and neither of those things is currently true because we came back from overseas and our water heater wasn't working, and we're like, oh shit, we need to figure out what the problem is. And the problem is, apparently, the water heater started leaking at some point a billion years ago, and water got into the electrical system of the water heater, and it's not good for that to happen, it turns out. So anyway, we're going to need to replace the entire water heater, and it's not happening until this weekend. So I'm gonna be going 2 weeks with zero hot water in the house. I say zero. We do have a kettle. We can just boil water, which I have been reminded of several times by my wife. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be shaving soon because I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with it for too much longer. She's like, we can boil water very easily. You push a button, you pour the water into this thing, and then you push the switch, and then it boils. You have hot water. So yes, I figure I'm probably going to be shaving soon. But yes, we will only be shaving this half. I started it as a bit during my Fallout New Vegas run because the character that I was running had like this like half hair kind of look, and I thought it would be fun to mirror it, so I put all my hair on one side, including my facial hair, right? And I started as a bit, and then I was like, I kind of like this, actually. I don't dislike this look. And my wife said, okay. And didn't veto it. So now I only have to shave half of my face. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. You always gotta get... I hesitate to say permission, but generally speaking, bitrate's kind of wonky. That's weird. It shouldn't be. Let me take a look. I don't have any problems here that I'm aware of. Oh, okay. So that's a compression issue with Twitch, with this game specifically. Do I have Thinger? Where basically it looks fine on my end, but then once it gets into Twitch itself, like Twitch is doing something to compress the file that's making the already kind of janky like wall stuff with the way that the dungeons work worse. Oh, did I not click on all of the things? Did I not click on them all? I thought I clicked on all the trees. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry about it. Do you get more experience if you click on all the trees first? Yeah, so all of the dungeons have that problem to greater or lesser degrees. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it then. So, I believe that we've cleared this whole place. Now, let's take a look at how much EXP we have. We have enough. Whoa, we have 6 levels worth. Okay. This is going well. This is going quite well. So we have one of the memory crystals that we need. We can't activate this teleporter yet. We'll leave, and then we'll activate the teleporter on our way out. Which I think is a two-way teleporter once we've used it, but I could be wrong on that. Alright. And we can't fly natively out here. We're going to need to cast Levitate. And let's see, how are we doing on effects? Do we want to dive those first? We are running a Death Knight, a Minotaur Shaman, a human. This is a vampire Death Knight, a Minotaur Shaman, a human Seraph, and a human Knight, and a Troll. That's what we're running so far. Regen is for quite a while. Haste is for quite a while. Preservation is only 5 hours. We'll recast that. We shouldn't need to recast it again after this. Let's clear out all of these. Are there any... There's no civilians outdoors here. So we can basically just chill down here. If I go in here, I can probably lure them. But I don't actually know that I need to, though. Now I think about it. This is a... If I recall correctly, I was really just plowing through these earlier. So, there is a boss. I don't know what kind it was. Is that exploding boss? I think it's explosive. Yes, the Minotaurs are the only ones that can dual wield two-hand axes. And I think that's a mod change. That's not native to. That's not native to. I almost said Final Fantasy VIII. To Might and Magic 8. Basically, Minotaurs have some very severe drawbacks in that they have 2 item slots that they can't use, and they have those. Partially made up for by the dual-wielding axe mechanic. I say partially because it's a non-trivial problem to deal with, having to deal with, 2 slots that you just can't use. And the dual-wielding axes is pretty cool, but I don't know that the dual-wielding axes is necessarily powerful enough to justify losing out of those 2 slots, unless you have specifically access to Grandmaster Axe and things like that. But it does make up for the difference, at least partially, because of the fact that two-handers have higher stats than one-handers. So being able to use a two-hander in your offhand is going to give you extra total stats that you wouldn't have had otherwise. It's not like a helmet and boots worth of extra stats, to be clear, but it's something, right? You're making up for the deficit a little bit. So it makes sense in the context of certain builds. In other builds, it doesn't. But it's also very, very cool. So it makes sense to do it regardless of whether the math adds up on optimization, because who's playing Might and Magic 6 to purely optimize things rather than to go off of a cool party concept and vibes, right? You can min-max all you want after you figured out the vibes you want to have, right? So No. Let's be clear. I set up a series of restrictions that forces me into the exact vibes that I want to have, and then I do a lot of optimization from there. But even then, I don't optimize that hard, right? If you look at my character build, my character builds are not that optimized, right? And to be fair, part of that is I can't optimize if the developers are actively changing how skills fundamentally work while I'm doing the thing, right? I'm very much in I'm very much the alpha tester, and as I encounter things, the developer is changing them on the fly, right? But so there's a little bit of that, but it's mostly just it's. I like to get through a thing the first time without going too crazy with the optimization, and then I start thinking really hard once I've already done it, right? So you'll note that almost immediately after getting home from Japan, I massively just went through my inventory in a very quick, like very fast, and optimized the shit out of Severia and just did a bunch of shit to make Silria work way better. Massively improved the overall organization of my party. Part of that was finding a couple legendaries that make the whole build more coherent, but part of it was also just after having spent time away from the game, I'm coming back to it and I have fresh eyes to go, wait, why didn't I just do this thing? This is an obvious choice. Why did I not make this obvious choice? That kind of stuff is what I usually do on a second playthrough, or in the case of Might Magic, a 13,000th playthrough. But at any rate, I do purely melee builds. I'm definitely not doing an optimal, nothing about how I play is optimal. It's just optimized for my vibes. I remember very early on in my channel, I had like a character building thing where I was explaining the logic that went into why I was building the thing that I was building, and someone was asking like, so is like a 4-night thing like bad to do? And I'm like, no, it's not bad. You just need to rely on hirelings, and these are all the things that you do. Like, you're not self-sufficient, but you don't need to be. And I just like, because it's like you just adjust for what the new vibe is, right? So like the vibe of the kinds of party that I make is very self-sufficient, like, almost like villain vibes, right? They're very much like, okay, yes, I'm going to eventually become, the most powerful creature on the planet and be able to just mow through everything with no problem. Which is not going to happen in this mod. I was having problems with the Titans here. I haven't started Might and Magic 7 yet. I have not yet begun to deal with the problems that I'm going to have in front of me. Like, holy shit, Might and Magic 7 is going to be so rough.
That's no good.
It's going to be so rough. Let's see, arms plus 11. Like, Might Magic 7 is going to be an interesting case study. I did do Might Magic 8 first, yes. So we went from Might Magic 8 into 6 straight, and then the Dragon on Emerald Island, I don't know if it will be. I guess it might be. I don't remember how high level it is, because it's not a real dragon, right? It doesn't have the actual base stats of a dragon. It's substantially weaker than a normal dragon. I won't be able to just dodge its attacks like I can in vanilla, so that will make it harder. But I don't know if a single dragon, even if it has really, really bonkers stats, is going to be able to be... Oh, is it? It doesn't have any other lowered stats? I thought it also didn't have as high of damage as a normal dragon. It's just that it was enough to one-shot you anyway, because it's, you know, if you have the damage of a dragon, you're still one-shotting a level 5 character. But I don't know, I haven't looked at its stats. If it mostly has normal dragon stats, it'll definitely be an interesting proof of concept, because it'll demonstrate to us how difficult a single lowest tier dragon is going to be to survive just from a damage throughput perspective. Dragons are around level 100. I don't want to get a sneak peek at it because I don't want to spoil that for myself, but also it's not going to be the same level. It's going to be higher level when I go to it for real. We wouldn't want to get spoilers now, would we? We want to walk into that thing and the other thing. Let's see. All right, so these should come down to. So I actually have a curiosity for people for my next run, which is which form of AI do we think I guess there's only two options, right? We just have the ability to turn on or off the enhanced AI. Do we feel like the enhanced AI is overall a harder or an easier thing to deal with in this mod? Because I'm wondering whether we should turn that on or off for our full bolster run. Is this all we've got left? Okay, we need to spread these out a bit because we're not going to be able to fight all of them at once. I don't know how many of these we can fight at once, honestly. We can probably fight some number of them. And we're actually fine here. These are not that tough. Okay, we got the crafting item. Give me a second.
Won't fit.
Let's see. Alright, then yeah. If it's a binary choice, it just makes sense to just do it to off. You right. You right. You right. But yeah, that is going to be a very, very different playthrough. I'm very curious to see. I'm gonna have to really like optimize the shit out of what I'm doing if I'm gonna make that work. I'm not actually sure how much I would actually change in terms of my party. I think I would probably... Let's see. Yeah, I don't think you can turn off the homing projectiles. Right? I don't think there's a... Is there a setting for that? There's a setting for most things.
Victory is ours.
Okay. I think we may be done. I'm going to go ahead and cast Torchlight, and I'm going to double speed a little bit. It probably isn't going to cause a problem for people in terms of motion sickness if I'm out here in the wild, but just so people know, I am still double speeding it. Still double speeding it, still double speeding it. I think that I've cleared everything around here, so I'm just double speeding around the map to make sure that I have all the actual, like, serpents down. So we'll see how it goes. We still on double speed. But yeah, it is very funny that, like, pretty much as soon as I got the Scholar's Cap and started thinking about the Scholar's Cap and how much I love the Scholar's Cap, as soon as I got that, like, I started, like, thinking about what a maximum experience run would be, where it's like the goal is to get to the maximum level without redoing anything, just like get the maximum bolster level, and just go crazy with it, and just like thinking about the pathing you would take to do it is very fun. And some of these dungeons are going to end up being insane. Like, I don't actually know, because, so here's the thing, I would actually need to change the rule set in a significant way if I wanted to truly max it out, because I'd basically be doing a single map at a time instead of doing, like, an entire map section, right? So instead of doing, we are no longer on double speed. Instead of doing, I don't think we're still on double speed. Yes, we were back on double speed. So instead of doing, like, okay, I'm doing Eel-Infested Waters and all of its dungeons, I'd be going to, like, Eel-Infested Waters, clearing Eel-Infested Waters, and then going to a different continent and doing that continent. And that to me sounds like fun. It's also possible that Malekith will just add in a toggle for making Bolster global, which... Did I not say just 30? Let's see. Okay, so we have Eel done. So what time is it? It is currently 1:20. There's a chance that we die of exhaustion. Oh, also I needed to go activate the teleporter. So let's go activate the teleporter in here. No, I'm not resetting the dungeon. Also, I think that having the ability to reset the dungeon is very interesting. I would never really use it for my playthroughs. It's just not how I play. But it's very cool that that's like an option. Let's see here. So where does this go? And can I come back through it? I can't come back through it? Okay, we can't come back through it. Do I need to? I don't need to go back there. Fine. I was thinking I might need to do a thinger, but... Yeah, it's just like it's a cool thing, right? It's like a cool mechanic. I like the idea. Also, it's just kind of fun to be able to pick a dungeon that you really like and just keep plowing through it. So, next on our agenda is what? I guess we need to do Mire, right? What else do we need to do before we go to Mire?
Let's leave it behind.
Those Eep temples.
We could sell it.
I don't know.
God, I was so happy with how the first Eve Temple ended
It
up
might be
going.
useful.
That was so much fun. I can't believe we managed to use the pews the way that we did. This has been a very, very fun run. Like, there's been so much like great fun stuff that's come out of it. Really solid. I didn't check you.
No room.
I'm just basically checking everybody to see if anybody benefits from this. Okay. Oh, you have a... Oh, wait, this is spirit, though. Okay. I'm gonna need to fix my stuff at some point. Yeah, we're gonna need to fix our gear setup at some point, but that's fine. We have, like, specifically our skill bonus gear is a mess, and so certain characters are gonna be not up to their full potential as a result. Alright, is there anything that I can do to kill several hours before I go to Mire the Damned? Because I would prefer not to go to the Mire the Damned without training first, because I can't train the Mire the Damned. I also can't train in Hermit's Isle, so just going to Hermit's Isle doesn't really fix anything. Though it is tempting to just do that. To do Hermit's Isle next instead. And to have, like, Darkmoor be, like, truly the, like, last thing that we do, basically. But, I mean, not the last thing, because we still have Kriegspire. We haven't touched Kriegspire. But we have to do Mire the Damned before we can do Kriegspire. So... what do we want to do about this?
Now this will do.
Ooh. That's a pretty solid stat block, honestly. I have a bunch of garbage in my inventory that I would like to get rid of. What do we want? I'd like... let's take a look at our quests. So, Iron Fist, Kriegspire. So we don't really have any quests we can do. Alright, what do we think? Do we think that I should head straight to Mire of the Damned and just hope that what I have is sufficient for it? Or should I wait until morning in a blatant and flagrant violation of all that is good and respectful of the rules and do that? Because this is...
the store's closed.
Closed. Hope is a great plan. You know what? I kind of agree. I kind of agree. So let's do some optimization first. Is this... how many levels do we get on a legendary if we use the thing on it? Is it 9 levels? Okay, so we can't upgrade this until we level up. We could level this up if we wanted, which will also increase our might. even more, which isn't that relevant. Let's see. This cannot be upgraded more. This cannot be upgraded more. This has really garbage secondary stats on it, honestly. Well, not garbage. If I swapped one of these, if I swapped the earth to fire, this would be a really solid weapon to pair with a one of these belts. Like if I had something like this, I could pair this with a massive amount of fire resistance on this to have fire be the default thinger. And that would work really well. Especially because I also have fire resistance here. I have the Ring of the Plains. So, Vitality is 36 grand on you. Which we also have the Scholar's Cap giving us minus 131 endurance. We have plus 39 learning skill. Imagine if the learning skill existed. Imagine the world we would be in if we had the learning skill. Oh man, just think about how great plus 39 learning would be. Oh, GM learning with like 4% EXP per point. Ooh. That would be so good. That would be so crazy. Like, imagine if we were doing the Save the Queen run, and by the end of the game, Ark was sitting on plus 4, like, had 50 learning skill. Oh, man. I don't remember what Might and Magic 9's learning was like. Is it like, even better? Yes, let's just head to Mire the Damned. I don't think that a few levels is going to make that huge a difference. So we're going to head there. We're going to try to clear it. And we'll just have to see what happens. We might end up needing to go to Hermit's Isle instead first. But I think we've done enough prep work and we're going to be fine. That's what I think. I think we are... We are actually much stronger. We are massively stronger than we were the previous time we came in. We could do Overworld and clean out our bags. The issue with trying to clear out the Overworld first is it's more time that we have to clear before we get access to... I do have preservation, right? Yes, I do. Alright, so we should be fine here, except one person is not immune to instant death. So we should be fine here, famous last words, etc., etc. So the concern that I have about doing the Overworld first is that I would prefer to... I caught that sound effect and I'm like, God damn it.
I can't carry it.
No room.
Look, I respect the rules. Right up until I egregiously break them. Alright. I apologize. There was no reason for that to happen. Let's see here. I don't think it even hit. I think I missed. Okay, nobody has any stray thingers equipped. We're going to change our helm to this one. Do you need to change your gear set? Yes, you do. You need to change to this, which... Ooh, you don't have thinger. So, I am concerned about...
No space.
You know what? No, I'm not going to swap to this, just because I don't have the inventory space to do it. So, I'm just not going to worry about it for right now. So, we'll just do that on the fly. So, we're going to pop over here. We're going to swap this out, and we're going to cast Regen off the bat.
It won't fit.
We're going to cast Protection from Magic. We can't cast anything with you yet. So we can equip this. We can cast Preservation. And now you're done with all your spell casting that you need to do, so I don't need to worry about you. And we just need to worry about you. No, we're not done with all of our spells. We still have Fly. Alright, we're casting Fly. And then we are diving to the same place that we were just at. And we're just going to fight our way through it. Let's see. We have 54 now. So let's cast Day of the Gods first. I don't really need the other spells yet, so... Day of the Gods is the last thing that I should have cast, honestly. I should have cast the Resistances at least. Though, I guess these just do physical damage, don't they? So never mind. We made the right choice. Okay. We've now got all these cast, which means we can equip our proper helmet. Okay, we've got you chilling here. Some harpies here. Hello, friends. So we're basically just going to clear out the area directly around here. And clearing out the overworld makes a lot of sense, but I'm not going to do it because I just want to maximize how much time I have in the next dungeon before I have to worry about just falling over dead at 3 o'clock at an inopportune time, where it's been a while since I saved and I wasn't playing that. I wasn't saving because I wasn't like doing something dangerous, but I just lose a bunch of time to it. Optimally, if I'm going to die to that, I would like it to be outside. Okay. That is my thinking there.
Jump. Jump.
You know, I'm realizing right now that we actually have gotten fairly lucky. One thing that we will do, though, before we do anything else, is that we are going to go kill this dragon. Just for funsies. Just quick and easy, pop in, kill a dragon, no problem. Hey, Long Thing, how's it going? Dungeon complete. And... got a dragon claw. And there's a bunch of bones in here that we don't need to worry about right now. Good job, team. We cleared out a very difficult dungeon. So you're hostile, but you're not actually hostile. You're fake hostile. Oh, well, I'm actually glad that I reloaded then. So that's not an actual hostile enemy. I don't know why they're showing up as hostile, but they seem to be actually a peasant. Like, they're not even a guard, they're a peasant. Because guards have a... they will attack, right? This is actually running away from me, indicating that it's using, like, peasant AI. Because peasants don't even approach you, I think. I think they just run away. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game. I think I'm wrong. I think that's incorrect. But for whatever reason, it's just running away from me. It's not fighting. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see. Am I thinking of Baldur's Gate for some reason? Why not think of Baldur's Gate? I still haven't actually done anything in Baldur's Gate 3. I need to play Baldur's Gate 3 on some sort of really big stream where I can make chat choose my dialogue options for me. This is gonna be a problem. I actually legitimately aggroed way too many enemies when I thought I was being very safe. You know what? This just got way more manageable. Look at that. Like, hell yeah. A solo Cuisinart is no longer going to be like a 50-50 shot of whether it just kills me, I don't think. So if we are playing safe and aggroing only the ones that we need to aggro, the only things that are going to be able to just like obliterate us on their own is if we aggro a boss accidentally. And we're in a bad position. We shouldn't be fighting here. Oh. Well, you know, there's a reason I said we shouldn't be fighting there. We didn't block any of the projectiles, and we got wiped very quickly. Because they have like a significant chance to... they have a significant chance to use a projectile, and yeah, so we can die very fast if they burn down the wrong people. Let's see here. Yes, there is a Cuisinart in this pack. Oh, okay. So we can actually use corners in a very powerful way here. I didn't think that we were going to end up with having this as a problem, but it looks like this is going to be a problem. And by a problem, I mean a solution, but... It looks like the Cuisinarts will be cornerable inconsistently. Alright, sleep well, live forever and ever. Okay, we got one. Just gonna dive it. Yeah, I need to play safe, use corners effectively, and not try to brute force Cuisinarts in hallways. You know, I wonder if that Cuisinart was not hitting me. Where it looked like it was attacking me, but it actually wasn't able to get the attacks off. Because sometimes with these corners, enemies will have their melee attacks fail. Even though they're in range, so rather than like them not using the melee attack, they're using it, but it's missing. Oh shit. I'm gonna die. I dramatically misjudged this. Yeah, we need to get to a different corner, but we might not be able to. We're probably just gonna die. Yeah, we're gonna die before we get to a corner. So I was not expecting the position that I was in to aggro anything in that room. And then it looks like there was like an oddity with the way that the wall interacted that made it so that I aggroed like half of the room. So I'm going to need to be very, very careful with my positioning with this dungeon. Which also makes sense because one of the most important elements of this dungeon is the way that the walls work. There's a lot of places where enemies will think that they have line of sight to you and attack you when they don't. So they'll just start shooting at you through walls. And that situation... This is something that would probably be the death of me if any Cuisinarts were in this pack. It doesn't look like it already. So that's unfortunate. I kind of deserve to die here. I don't think I'm going to, but I think that I probably would have if a Cuisinart was in this. Okay. I'm gonna try to play things safe. I'm gonna try to get things. I say that as I run right into a pack of enemies. I thought this room was clear. I'm gonna try to play things safe. I'm gonna try to be sensible, but that's, you know, going against type for me It's very difficult for me to be safe for any meaningful period of time. Okay, so I aggroed way more than I should have. We're gonna get into this corner. We know that we have a good corner here. The question is whether they will actually sit in it. And the answer for right now is yes. Okay, so we got them in this corner. We're not going to be using corners for the entire dungeon. We're going to use other strats where we can. Once we get the ability to save, a lot more is going to open up to us. And we will be making attempts at... Ooh. I'd actually forgotten about this technique. So if you go out around the wall and they start their animation, but they finish their animation after you've completely blocked line of sight, they do not get the attack off. So if you can get them in a position where they won't move, so they won't just like come out from the position that they're in where you're able to block their line of sight easily, you can do stuff like that to very good effect. That is Arms Master and plus 30 to all 7 statistics on plate.
No room.
There's no room.
Interesting.
Sorry.
That
There's no room.
is very interesting. I might
I'm not sure what it is.
want to make use of that. That is potentially very useful to me. Okay, so the enemies I was fighting were in this next room, right? So, of importance here is that we have a long way to go. This is not as simple as like, okay, we just need to clear a few rooms here. We need to clear all of this shit, and then we need to clear everything upstairs. And we have to deal with a shit ton of dispels, both along the way and at our eventual destination. Let's increase that. I don't like doing it because the map gets so difficult to read when it's expanded out this far, but I need to be able to see the enemies that are at the maximum north-south distance.
I'm not dead yet.
Ooh. Oh, I can hit it from here. Alright, we're just gonna use full attacks. We're set. That was spooky. The Cuisinarts are going to be particularly deadly when paired with the dispels coming in from the Liches. Because of the fact that the Cuisinarts have the ability to basically just give me at any moment. The Lich Dispel is a huge deal for me. So, we've cleared this. I'm going to stay on this side. And we will hopefully be able to start aggroing the enemies on the left. Are there no enemies on the left? There are no enemies on the left. We have a Cuisinart, and we got it solo. That's very good for us. Oh, shit. Well, we got it solo, except for the enemies in the other room. Which is fine. Alright. All set. Everything's fine. So. We're gonna fight our way into here.
Ooh.
It's interesting that we're in the red right here. Oh shit. Alright, we're fine. Okay, cleared that. I have a Death Knight, cleared that. And there's a passage there that we need to be careful of. Okay, we aggroed another one. This is a Lich. Wait for it to come to us. Burn it down. Okay, this room is cleared. We have this room now. I'm going to dive to here because I don't know how many there are here. Yeah, I was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to use corners to too much effect in this dungeon. But it looks like the corners are fairly strong here. Is there another one behind? There's more behind me? I was like, what is happening? I feel like there's enemies behind me for some reason. I must have aggroed the ones, the rest of the pack that was in the corner here. Okay, it's a fairly complicated room. Fuck, I got way too many. Okay, we're gonna dive this corner. And yeah, these corners are way too good. The other thing that I'm gonna need to figure out for my next playthrough is I don't really have a great answer to physical damage right now. I don't have a great answer to it. And I'll need to figure out how I want to deal with physical in future runs. Because right now, I'm very susceptible to things like Cuisinarts, which are already very dangerous. Just generally. It doesn't look like there's any Cuisinarts in this pack. So we should be fine here. Might even be able to just chill here now because I killed a couple. Yeah, fine. Let's see. I don't see any Cuisinarts in this pack either. So we should be fine here. We also haven't run into a boss yet. Oh, there's a Cuisinart. The second that we run into a boss, we're going to be really struggling. Though, honestly, because of how strong these corners are, maybe not as much as I thought. You know? Yeah, I'm looking forward. That is a concern. So we have a Lich over there, and we need to burn it down so that it doesn't do what it just did. Okay. So, we've lost a bunch of stuff. We've lost preservation on one party member. Do we have regen on everybody still? We do not. So, we need to use this. We're recasting regen. We're also recasting protection from magic. Because protection from magic, super important. We need the other thing that we need actually. I need to do this. I can't forget this. I absolutely 100% need to have an immunity to instant death item on every character, which in practice means just this character. Just this character needs to replace one of their rings with an immunity to death ring, because I can get dispelled, lose my protection from magic, and just get gibbed, and I don't want that. So this is a very solid belt, and I think I'm going to equip it. Okay. I don't have my death ring on still, do I? No. Ooh, this is also very good. And let's go ahead and equip it. Yeah, I'm not... Well, I also don't have dark magic right now, as I don't have any characters that use dark magic. But I don't use any sort of like offensive magic at all in my runs. And that does include crowd control. The one time that I did break that rule on this run was I did use Berserk on some dragon turtles to save the fish, because they're hostile to the fish. So in order to protect some NPCs, because I don't like letting NPCs die, I did break that rule because there was no way that I could realistically do it for some of the packs, but not all of them. I think I only had to use that a couple of times, though. I figured out a good solution to most of them. But yeah. Let's see here. One of the many restrictions on my gameplay. Oh, you know what would help, though? Now that I think about it, I'm fighting really big, heavy hitters. I need to swap... Where the hell did this thing go? You know what? I'm going to remove this to replace with... whatever ring in this inventory looks like it gives the most power. True power. Don't want this 2%. Sure, we'll just plot this on for now. It's not a big deal. All right, so I don't actually know where this ring went. Did I put it in your inventory preemptively, knowing that you would need it eventually, and then not keep track? I have so many rings. I have so many rings. So many rings.
That's no good.
This is an Arms Master ring.
That's no good.
I need to be able to save the game so that I can make use of that. That is a big deal. But yeah, I wouldn't be puttering around in my inventory for this long. If not for the fact that I need to have this. Well, I've actually been using Might and Magic 8's dragons to store all of my artifacts. I'm just lazy, so I haven't gone back to move them over for a while. So, but that was what I have been how I've been handling. Where the hell did this item go? I didn't just put it on somebody else because it's actually decent, did I? Did that happen? I don't think so. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm too scared of running into a crash. I'm too scared of running into a crash. I'm going to not fuck around in my inventory for any longer than I already have. And we are going to do what? We need to recast. I need to go in here to use there. Get Day of the Gods recast. We're going to recast all of our buffs every single time they get dropped. Because that is the appropriate thing to do. Now, as for you, did you have the thing when you recast regen? I believe I did. So, protection from magic is still active. Do we have not? And preservation. Did I recast it? It's on it. It's on everybody. We're fine for now. Okay. This place is so densely packed. Okay. I'm gonna go over here first. There's a thing here? I am actually unclear what room this is.
Ow.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I know what room it is now. I had forgotten this place existed. I don't think I've ever gone this way before. I probably have, I just forgot. Alright, so we've now gotten access to that big central chamber full of Cuisinarts. On the plus side, that means that we can start clearing these right now. On the negative side, that means that we can start clearing these right now. So I think that probably... So we have a couple options for how to proceed. I'm not sure which is the more dangerous option, honestly.
Let's leave it behind.
So going north allows us to basically fight a shit ton of Cuisinarts and other extremely powerful enemies with fairly few beholders and other things like that that can dispel. Going south leads us to a chamber with mostly things that dispel and not a lot of Cuisinarts and other really dangerous stuff like that. That's a boss. Oh, it's a swapper! It's just gonna kill me. It's just gonna kill me! Oh my god. Oh, I panicked. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, I panicked. I didn't play well enough. I could have gotten around that corner. God, of all the things to run into, swapping Cuisinart. Okay, I know what we're doing. This is not going to work, but it's going to be fun. So, what we're going to do, if I can get out of... Why are you moving that way now? You know what? I'm not going to waste the time. I'm just going to reload and I'm going to cast Invis. We're going to cast Invis. And so what we're doing right now is we're going to do something a bit cheeky And by a bit cheeky, I mean really cheeky. And this is going to be a very silly strategy that doesn't work. But it's going to be fun. So that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run through. We're going to ignore all of these incredibly powerful enemies at the start. And we don't want to go over there, actually. We want to go over here. And we're going to aggro a shit ton of enemies. We're going to go up to here. Oh, there's a boss in this room. I'm dead. I can't believe I got tagged in the boss room. So basically, we're going to... Oh, I saved after I invised? Wow. How clever.
Where is the enemy?
Oh, man. The, what was I saying? Right. So we're gonna basically just rotate up here. Oh, man, I shouldn't have waited. I should have just gone for it. Oof. All right. Rotate over here, go straight. And we're basically going to jump down into that big room full of beholders. And we are going to just straight up fight there. We're going to basically bury ourselves in a corner. This is not going to work because I got revealed here. I can't actually do it if I'm not invisible at the start, I don't think, but we're going to try it. Actually, you know what I should try? Rather than going in there... Alright, I'm gonna... If I get revealed again, I have an option for a different place that I can fight. That might actually be way better. We'll just have to see. So we're gonna pop over here again, and we're gonna get this to work. And I think that was a boss. Could be wrong. These are just pretty big. I can't believe I keep running into the same Cuisinarts. Oh, shit. I need you to move out of the way. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so we're jumping down. How funny would it be if I landed on an enemy? Alright, so what we're doing is we're going to go over to this pack of liches here, and we're going to say, I can't fight that pack of liches. That's not happening. So instead of fighting that pack of liches that will definitely kill us if we fight them, we are instead going to pick this corner and press the A button. And all hell breaks loose. And the goal is to be able to clear out this whole area as they approach me. And I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm just going to get obliterated here. As you can see, this is not a very deep corner, and this is definitely not going to work. So that corner isn't deep enough to do what I was hoping to do. Even if it was deep enough to do what I was hoping to do, it would still probably not work. Just because there's two different corners, and the enemies would be coming from both directions. But it was worth a shot. So, outside, the windows might also be useful for a similar purpose. If I could find a window that I could get the enemies locked to, but with the improved pathfinding, it's not super likely that I'm going to be able to get the enemies like wedged into one of those windows, because they're going to track me all the way to the actual way that they would go to get to me. So these two are not going to dispel me.
We don't need this.
Our goal here is basically to hang out in this corner, and then as the enemies come over... Oh shit, this is a boss. I'm totally done already, aren't I? There's no shot that I'm clearing this many. Okay. Oh man. Because of the fact that that was a boss, I don't think that if it wasn't a boss, it would have been that crazy. But with it being a boss, it was. So, we are going to try a couple more shenanigans, but we're not going to go all the way to the second half and then come back. That's not what I want to do. So, I just need to figure out which room around here I want to use as my clearance chamber. And once I figure that out, I have a better shot of accomplishing my core objectives. Okay, is this the direction I want to go? Okay, this leads me to this section, and I think I'm going to try my hand at fighting in this corridor here. This could be fun as like a position to just fight in, and just kind of lure enemies down into this deep, you know, pit area here. I don't think there are any enemies that are down here already. I think this is basically just an empty dead end. No, it's not a dead end. So there are enemies down here, but this seems like a good, like, potential location to actually get in the green. So, like, if I clear this enemy here, I might be able to just get in the green down here. And by this enemy, I mean this group of enemies, which I think this is a group of liches. Okay, there's a bunch of greater liches here. But it's just greater liches, I think I'm better off diving them rather than waiting for shit to go bad. We did just get dispelled. We don't have vision as a result. Pop this. I'm gonna recast preservation. So we're not currently in the green here. And the hope is that we will become in the green. We might actually end up getting dispelled before we even get where we're going. There's a decent chance that that's going to happen. And that's okay. Yeah, our goal right now is to figure out... There's an enemy that just... Are we upstairs? Where are we? We are upstairs. Where am I? We have windows here. Preservation is on everybody. Okay. From here, any flyers should be able to reach me here. And I might actually be able to just fight these from up here. They can hit me, so in theory I should be able to get line of sight on them. Oh shit, never mind. I'm getting hit by other people. Ooh, I died. Ooh. Not paying enough attention is gonna get me killed over and over again until I start paying attention correctly. This is not a good corner. Okay. Oh shit, there's another one in here. Oh, there's a whole pack of Cuisinarts in here. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh. Oh, that's a good question. Are there enemies in the cube?
what lies ahead.
I'm gonna go over the cube. I wonder if you can turn it back. Can you like reverse the polarity there? Oh shit. Okay. Reverse the polarity. I wonder if you can do that. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna head up there now. I think what we're gonna try to do first
Doesn't look too dangerous.
is we're gonna see if we can actually just get in that room, clear the room, and save. I would love to be able to get through this because that is a huge oh, it's so good. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to fight that pack. Alright, we have a Lich in here. Turn left, get up here. This brings us right where we're going. So many beholders here. And this is not a room that I can save in. It's too close to all those others. I also might not be able to clear this room, actually. That room would be a fun base of operations, but I can't use it as a base of operations because I'm not going to be able to clear it, and it's not far enough away from the other enemies to save there. So I also can't just re-invis there either. So I think... And then this room is full of sad and pathetic things instead of being full of really crazy cool stuff. It's fine. Alright, I think I am going to keep trying to make this other room work. We have a couple of rooms that we need to clear in order to make this room do what we need it to do. Though, that being the case, I guess it won't work anyway, right? Because with this going, I think this is going like this. Why are there non-hostile enemies in here? Are we gonna get far enough away? No, right? Because we're going now parallel to where the beholders are. That's not gonna get us. It's not gonna get us out of range. So we're not gonna be able to get to the point where we can save here, but even, no matter how many enemies we kill, because this room is too interconnected with the next section. So that is good to know.
Easy.
Oh shit. Okay. So that's cleared. And I think I'm just going to start clearing the main room here. And hope we can make something work. So let's slap on our buffing helmet. We're going to recast preservation because I'm not sure if we got anything dispelled just now. We're casting this. So my goal now is basically just to sift a few enemies down here at a time and just clear them out. It's an oldie but a goodie in terms of strategies. Let's see. Okay. This is probably not worth doing, but alright. We need to recast regen. I'm not going to swap my item on for this, because I don't think it's worth it to do that, but I'm going to dive back here, because we can just pick up this Doom Knight this way. We've got another one that's rotated inward, and it looks like we do have one of the Knight types. It looks like it wandered off, though. We're going to try to clear out this. Right, this is just a Death Knight, I'm not going to worry about it. Gazer's down, so we don't have to worry about that, but we do have to worry about this fucking Cuisinart. This is an issue. The enemies right there are going to cause problems, because they can potentially dispel us if they're the right type. On the plus side, the Liches have multiple stages that can dispel. Only the highest tier of Gazers have the ability to dispel. So dispel is going to be much less common until I start running into packs like that, basically. So ooh, this Cuisinart came around the corner. We just need to run. We do have a top tier basically right on our ass here. Fuck. Is that a stun or a para? We got the para. Nope, it was a double stun. Triple stun. Let's go. Whew, that was incredibly lucky. How are we doing on preservation? Everybody still has preservation. That's great. Unfortunately, we have an issue where these things are stuck in a position where they can hit us. And not only can they hit us, there's one that's the top tier in there that could randomly just dispel us, and that would be very bad for us. And there's a Cuisinart right behind them, so we can't approach. We need the Cuisinart to come to us. It doesn't want to. I'm going to start rotating up into this room. I'm going to hope that we can lure some enemies when we do so. Yeah, my goal is to actually clear this entire room. Alright, we've got the Cuisinart in the tunnel. So, we're moving down. Did it come out of the tunnel? God damn it, it left the tunnel. It not only left the tunnel, it seems to have left this area entirely. I'm gonna see if I can burn through these to get the top tier dead. If I can clear this top tier, this Evil Eye, out of this ooh! Well, we're not doing it that way. If I get dispelled while I'm fucking running away from these. Alright, this Cuisinart has access to hitting me. I need to get out. I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to die here. There's no shot that I can make it through this huge-ass tunnel. Oh! No! If I hadn't missed, I might have been able to survive that. That was a weak enough enemy. Ah, oh, man. So close. And by close, I mean not really. Alright, how do we want to handle this? How do we want to handle this?
Come on, let's go in.
We can't go to the next area until we fully cleared this area. So that's actually a thing that is important to remember. We have to clear one of the big sections. Like, guaranteed. There's no way around the fact that we need to clear one of these two sections. So we need to clear either the big southern area. Fuck. The ones behind me are just gonna crush me. They're gonna climb up the staircase. Let's see. What was I saying? Let's see. So we need to clear either the big room over here, or we need to clear the big room on the other side. I think the Beholder room is probably more reasonable to try to deal with because of the fact that the tunnel that I'm using is not really that useful for accomplishing the objective that I'm trying to accomplish. So I feel like it makes the most sense to go for this one. With that said, this is a bad place to try to fight. Because there's a lot of areas that they can get to me from. This is not a terrible room necessarily to fight in. If I could get them all to come from one side, this is a pretty decent room to fight. Okay, we have a Cuisinart attacking us, or something akin to one. Everything's rotated out, so let's cast a Preservation. No guarantee that just because we can't see something that it's not able to see us. We have a lot of meandering enemies around here. We can hit this Power Lich right now. We have something that thinks it can hit us, but I don't think can, unless it's missed many times in a row. Okay, there's an Evil Eye here. We can clear this out. This is one of the Dispellers. With this Dispeller dead, that's an amazing win for us. Really big pack here. Who's hitting us? Is it one of these? I think it was. Okay, apparently getting closer to them, for whatever reason, unlocked them, which is typically the opposite. That's how that works, but I think we're going to be okay here. Do the Evil Eyes have a melee attack now? No. I don't know. We're taking damage from these because they're hitting through the corner here. So this is not a perfect corner by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. So we need to, before we do anything else, cast Preservation. Next we need to go here and go back even further, and we're done. This Cuisinart is going to just tear us to shreds. We're not in a position to fight this. We don't have any real buffs up. And it's just going to obliterate us. Though, honestly, considering that we didn't have any buffs up, we got decent progress on that Cuisinart. Okay. That room might be a promising place to fight, actually. If I can get the nuances of that corner down better, I might be able to really hammer that corner home. But it's probably not my best option. One of these rooms is very tempting that has these windows in it. Like, if I could get into that room, this room might be useful. I don't know how to get... I think I remember how to get there, actually. So, whoa! That's a problem. You know, I'm just going to stand right here and... Oh, right! There's this pack here. This, actually... That actually might be a good corner to fight in. That might be a very good place to fight. If I can clear that initial pack there, there's only one direction the enemies can approach from in that room. And they can't really do anything too weird. They have a pretty predictable path that they have to follow. And we also don't aggro that much along the way. So this is potentially a very powerful opening if we can get it down correctly. We unfortunately just got dispelled, so we're probably just going to get wiped here. Yeah, I don't know why I was doing such little damage, actually. Oh, I guess I got dispelled early, and then I was doing much less damage. Oh, right, the other thing that I wanted to do, I need to change the lifesteal to the dark grass akin proc that she has that halves the damage output. And it also limits them to melee attacks, but I don't know if that works on range. Like, does that just shut down a ranged enemy where it can't attack? I don't get how the interaction there works exactly. But okay, we have so many dispellers in this pack this time. This is gonna be rough. We're gonna try. Oh, this is paralyzed, so that look how quickly we're just melting. That's a really big pack to have to fight just pure brute force like that. So while that corner is a very solid corner in theory, I feel like in practice it might end up not being all that useful for us. So we have this room here. Whoa! You know what? I'm not going to go in here. We're looking for... Okay, actually I'm going the wrong way. So we're going to try to get into that... these are all already moving around. This is not the optimal way to get around this. That's boss. Is it this room that I want? Where do you go? Oh, fuck! It goes back to where I already was. That's where it goes. It goes back to the room that I was just in. So we're just gonna go straight in.
This doesn't look too
I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember how to get to a specific room here to see if I can use the window for this room to accomplish my objectives.